Prepare yourself, because if these signs have been showing up in your life lately, you're not just going through ordinary change, you are approaching something massive, something final, the kind of inner shift that shatters illusions, rewrites your direction, and turns your entire sense of identity inside out. Chosen ones don't awaken gently. Their transformation tends to be deep, intense, and at times painfully lonely. But before the final awakening fully activates, there is almost always a strange in-between stage, a spiritual threshold where life starts to feel unstable and uncertain. And here's what most people misunderstand. When everything begins to fall apart, it's not always punishment. Very often it's preparation. During this phase, your soul starts sending signals that are hard to ignore. These aren't just passing thoughts or random moods. These are deep inner symptoms that ripple through your body, your emotions, and even your environment. You may feel off, disconnected, not quite like the version of yourself you used to recognize. If that's been happening, pause, because it may not be random. You could be entering a powerful stage of spiritual metamorphosis. Before you rise into your highest alignment, before you fully step into the version of yourself this lifetime has been quietly shaping, the old shell has to crack. These 7 spiritual symptoms are not setbacks. They are sacred indicators that your awakening process is already unfolding. Number 1, you feel like time is distorting around you. One of the earliest and most disorienting signs before a major awakening is a strange shift in how you experience time. Suddenly, clocks feel unreliable, days blur together, 10 minutes can feel stretched into an hour, while entire afternoons seem to vanish in the blink of an eye. You may find yourself asking, where did the day go? How is it already night? This isn't simply poor scheduling. It often happens when your awareness becomes less rigidly locked into routine patterns. Your mind begins operating in a more fluid, present-focused way rather than purely mechanical time tracking. Because of this, your perception of time can feel unusual, dreamy, or slightly disorienting. You might also notice getting deeply absorbed in thought more easily, losing track of time during quiet moments, feeling mentally elsewhere even while physically present, vivid daydream-like states appearing more often. This phase is your nervous system and attention patterns reorganizing. The key here is grounding. Spend time outdoors, move your body, maintain gentle daily structure. The goal isn't to fight the shift, it's to stay balanced while your awareness expands. Number 2, your body starts rejecting your old life. This stage often begins subtly. You wake up feeling heavy for no clear reason. Your chest feels tight. Your shoulders hold tension you don't remember creating. Foods that once felt fine now leave you sluggish or uncomfortable. At first, you may assume it's just stress or poor sleep. But then patterns emerge. Certain environments suddenly drain you. Specific conversations leave you exhausted. Situations you used to tolerate now feel almost physically uncomfortable. What's happening? Your body is becoming more sensitive to stress, overstimulation, and emotional misalignment. During deep personal growth phases, the nervous system often becomes more alert and selective. Your system begins pushing back against what overwhelms or depletes you. Common experiences in this stage include random fatigue in draining environments, increased sensitivity to noise or crowds, digestive changes during stressful periods, tension headaches or body tightness, needing more quiet and recovery time. This is not your body failing you. It's your body asking for better regulation and care. Support yourself by prioritizing sleep, drinking enough water, eating balanced meals, taking breaks from overstimulating spaces, practicing slow breathing when overwhelmed. Your body isn't betraying you. It's trying to bring you back into balance. Number 3, you suddenly lose interest in the human game. This one can feel especially confusing. Almost overnight, things that once motivated you begin to feel strangely hollow. Endless competition, social media validation, trying to impress people, even certain achievements that once excited you now feel flat. You're not necessarily depressed. You're just no longer energized by the same external rewards. You may notice scrolling feels more draining than entertaining. Small talk feels unusually exhausting. Chasing approval feels pointless. You crave more meaning in conversations. You prefer depth over constant activity. This phase often marks emotional and psychological maturation. Your brain and values are shifting away from constant external stimulation toward more meaningful, internally fulfilling experiences. But here's the important part. This stage can feel lonely. Because while you're changing internally, your environment may still operate the old way. It can create a temporary sense of disconnection. Be patient with yourself here. You're not losing motivation. You're refining what truly matters to you. Number 4, your emotions become more intense and unpredictable. Before major inner growth, emotional waves often become stronger. You might find yourself unexpectedly emotional over music, memories, or meaningful conversations. At other times, you may feel irritated or overwhelmed faster than usual. This doesn't mean you're becoming unstable. It often means your emotional awareness is increasing. When you become more self-aware, feelings that were previously ignored or suppressed can start surfacing more clearly. Old stress, unprocessed frustration, and buried sadness sometimes rise into conscious awareness. Common signs include feeling deeply moved by small things, sudden emotional releases, old memories resurfacing, increased empathy toward others, moments of emotional overload. Instead of judging these waves harshly, practice observing them. Ask, what is this feeling trying to show me? What do I need right now? Rest, space, or expression? With time, emotional regulation usually becomes stronger and more balanced than before. Number 5, some relationships naturally begin to shift or fade. This stage can be one of the most painful. As you grow internally, certain relationships may begin to feel different, not always dramatic, not always conflict-filled, just different. You may notice conversations feel more surface level than before. Some people reach out less frequently. Your tolerance for draining dynamics decreases. You crave more authentic connection. Certain social environments feel exhausting. This doesn't automatically mean anyone is wrong or bad. Often, it simply reflects natural life evolution. As your boundaries strengthen and your priorities shift, your social energy naturally reorganizes. Yes, it can feel lonely for a season, but it also creates space for healthier, more aligned connections to gradually enter your life. Growth sometimes requires gentle release. Number 6, you notice more meaningful patterns and synchronicities. As your attention becomes sharper and more present, you may start noticing patterns you previously overlooked. Repeating numbers, perfect timing moments, meaningful coincidences, powerful dreams that stay with you after waking. Psychologically, this often happens because your pattern recognition and intuition are becoming more active. You're paying closer attention. You're more aware. You're more reflective. Instead of immediately dismissing these moments, simply stay curious and grounded. Notice what consistently appears in your life and what lessons or insights seem to repeat. Your awareness is becoming more refined. Number 7, a quiet inner knowing begins to strengthen. The final sign is the most subtle, but often the most powerful. A calm, steady inner feeling that your life is moving toward something meaningful, even if you can't fully explain what yet. It doesn't scream. It doesn't demand attention. It simply sits quietly in your chest like a steady compass. You may notice less panic about the future, more comfort with uncertainty, a growing desire to live more authentically, reduced need to force outcomes, a deeper trust in your personal timing. This is often where real inner alignment begins. You stop chasing everything and start listening more carefully to yourself. If you've experienced several of these signs, take a slow breath. You're not losing your mind. You may simply be moving through a powerful phase of personal growth and inner realignment. Awakening is rarely glamorous, but it is deeply transformative. If this message resonated with you, make sure to like, subscribe, and join the journey here on Awakened Era for more deep spiritual insights.